Hello everybody, it's Chad Buck, Mr. Judah Dan, all of you met 360. I just wanted to put a video out to spread some love and to tell you guys praying for you and to invite you once again to come around. I get kind of lonely too, so if I live out in the desert by myself, so and no, I'm not Jesus. In case anybody says that he's out in the desert, no, I'm not Jesus. I'm Chad Buck. Me and Jesus are one because that's what he prayed. That's what he prayed in the garden for us to believe. So I know that we're one, but Jesus is the king, and I'm Chad Buck. I'm his servant. Yeah. And not a very good one. I'm kind of a naked, deaf, dumb, and blind one. But I'm his servant nonetheless, because I believe in him. And so what I wanted to talk a little bit today is I see a lot of people struggling with this whole Sabbath keeping stuff. And right now there's a big movement where people keep this thing called the Lunar Sabbath. What do you guys, the moon, sons of the day sleep at night. You know what I mean? Why do you guys use the lunar? You know why? And here's why. I'll tell you why. Because you're listening to the Jew. And believe me, I love Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. They're my brothers. I love them. Okay, but Judaism has nothing to do with Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. Judaism is a false religion. It's not real. Okay, and I'll show you how too. I'll show you how. Anytime a Jew that doesn't believe in Jesus, the Messiah, wants to talk to you about how it is and how it should be, you just need to ask them, where's the temple? When they hang their head down in shame and don't talk no more, that's good. Don't listen to them no more. Pray for them though. Pray for them. Pray for them to be saved. Pray for them to understand that Jesus is the Messiah and that all wisdom and all knowledge is hidden in him. So they're going to be setting up the third temple soon. They're going to be setting it up. They're going to be erecting it and setting it up. And when you see it done, it's going to be done. They already got a Levitical school. I want you to know that the Levitical school right now that is being set up does not believe in Jesus. Doesn't believe that Jesus is the Messiah. Those people that are about to erect that temple and about to take hold of it and run it, they don't believe that Jesus is the Messiah. So what could they possibly know? What if they figured out something that they didn't know before without talking to Jesus? Did they figure out what they did wrong the first two times? I mean, do you think that those Jews have figured out what they did wrong the first two times? Because they're going to be doing it again. And they don't believe that Jesus is the Messiah. So they're going to teach people things like the Lunar Sabbath. Okay? Don't listen to a Jew that doesn't believe in Jesus. And be careful of these ones, these Messianic ones, and these Hebrew roots ones, because they don't listen to the Messiah neither. They listen to the Jews. They don't listen to Messiah, because Messiah doesn't teach that, because that bull crap is what caused the temple to be destroyed in the first place. You see? If they had it right, always remember this. And whenever they try to tell you what to do, always remember this. If they had it right, if they even knew the beginnings of right, that temple would still be on the earth. So always remember that. And don't hate upon them neither. You don't have to hate upon them, because a lot of them may be Judah, Benjamin, and Levi taken captive by the enemy to do what is evil. And some of them may love it that way and be the secret, crook-nosed dudes. But some of them might be legitimate sons of Abraham that really are just trapped. I don't believe that anybody's going to be trapped really, except for those that don't love the Messiah. The Messiah has already come, and he's coming again. So they don't believe that he's come. They're waiting for this new dude. Well, this new dude that they're waiting for, he's the same old dude that taught him to do it, that corrupted the first temple, taught him the lies and the idolatry that corrupted the first temple. This new dude that's coming, he's the same dude that taught him how to corrupt the second temple. Don't listen to him when, they're going to listen to the same dude that's coming, tell him how to screw up the third temple too. Yeah? And in the middle of that, that dude's going to be making a covenant of peace with people. He's going to break it. So, don't listen to him, man. And I love him. I love my brothers Israel. Believe that. But those masqueraders down there at the Rothschild banking systems and stuff, that's not the dope. That's not real Israel right now. I mean, Israel right now has a bigger gay pride parade than San Francisco. Sorry. Done. Hey, people are always asking me, why don't you go to Israel? Oh, let me tell you, because I already share a land with homosexuals, with sorcerers, with witches, with every other form of heathen. If I ever set foot on my land and it's like that, my rod's going to come unsheathed out of my thing, and it's going to whirlwind through that place until it winnows every last thing that causes mankind to sin off the face of the earth. You don't want me to come to Israel right now. So if I come to Israel right now, I'm going to explode on that place. So that's why I don't come to Israel right now. Okay? Because I already share a land with the homosexual, the sorcerer. I've already told you that. So yeah. Just hope that enlightens you a little bit. I hope my brothers and sisters understand, because the things are coming upon this world, and it's coming faster than you may know. So, serious. You're going to want to get with it. And be careful, because the Lunar Kadesh, the Lunar Sabbath, we're sons of the day. We sleep at night. That's not how it works. And I'll explain it to you why it works that way. You see, a lunar month is 29.5. It's 29 and a half days. You see, it's a half a day short. That means in 2 months, you're a day off. You see, because God's calendar is the calendar that the feast days are supposed to be kept on, is a 360-day calendar. And because true Israelites do not worship the sun, there's no need to add the little Egyptian 4 days that don't count. There's no reason to do that. And because of the promise that the plowman will overtake the reaper, there's no reason to add a leap month, a second Adar. There's no reason to do that, because God's promise was that he would bless us so much that it would give us a year-round growing season. You see, that's why the Feast of Weeks is not named in any specific month, like the Feast of Passover and Unleavened Bread and the Day of Atonement. They're all in specific months, okay? But the reason why the Feast of Weeks is not named in any specific month is because it proceeds to the equinox. And so it has to be free to happen anywhere in the calendar system. Has to be free to happen any time in the year, because you don't know when your barley's going to happen. You could have 3 or 4 barley harvests in a year. Which one's the first one? You won't know, because the true calendar proceeds to the equinox. Okay? So the lunar Sabbath system, the lunar month is 29.5. So every 2 months you're a whole day off. Okay? See, I'm just showing you the folly of using the moon to count and mark your time. It's the same as the folly of the sun. The people that worship the sun keep a calendar system with 5¼ extra days on it. That obliterates the land Sabbaths. That obliterates your jubilees and forces none of your feast days to come at their appointed times. Okay? And then the 354 system, the lunar calendar. It doesn't work either because every year you're 6 days off. You see? Okay, and the one that Zen Garcia preaches right now, the Enochian calendar. Let me show you how that doesn't work either. Okay, because that's the exact same system that they all do already. They already keep that system. So preaching that and teaching it and trying to sell it to everybody is falsehood. Because they already do that. That's what Islam does. It's exactly what the Jews do now. So to sit there and say that Enoch did this in the Enochian calendar because the sun goes through some gate, don't you see that that's sun god worship? Because the sun goes through some gate, it all of a sudden that day don't count. That's what they're saying. They do the same thing with the moon. They say that, oh, we got to wait until we see the crescent and then the new month begins and they start it. That obliterates the land Sabbaths. That obliterates your jubilees. Causes none of your feast days to come at their appointed times. So don't be listening to those Jews that don't believe Jesus is the Son of God. They're lying to everybody. Okay? That Enochian work is falsehood. It's not the work. Now, I believe in first Enoch. But there's another Enoch out there. And he was a pagan sun god worshiper. Guaranteed. The son of Cain, the firstborn of Cain was Enoch. Okay? He may have saw some cool things through astral projection or whatever he saw. He may have delighted in the worship of angels and saw all kinds of strange things in the heavens. You know, he might have through astral projection. But the Enoch that went up in the whirlwind, he don't preach that. That's a lie. And I can tell you that because all you got to do is read Revelations 11. 42 months equals 1,260 days, not 1,274. Okay? So that's my explanation. The way that Enochian calendar, the 364 system works, you still have to add a leap month to it. It's the same as what they're doing now. It's the same thing that caused the temple to be destroyed already. How many more times do we got to watch a temple of our God be destroyed on this earth? How many more times? So be careful, people. There's things coming upon this earth that you're not going to be wanting to listen to just every old dude. Yeah? So be praying. Be seeking Christ. Don't be seeking us. Be seeking Christ. You be seeking the Holy Spirit and you cry out for it until you receive it. And you don't worry about the blah, 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 somebody trying to get you to speak in tongues or to prove that you got the evidence of the Holy Ghost. Don't worry about that, man. You believe in Jesus and you keep seeking Him. You keep reading your Word. As you love Him, He's going to teach you. So I hope that made some kind of sense. It burned in me. I had to get it out there. I know hardly anybody even watches my stuff. I believe that they're censoring me big time. I mean big time. So yes, brothers and sisters, it's Chad Buck, Mr. Judah Dan. All if you met 360. Peace.